Have you ever noticed when you gently knock on a door and no one answers from inside? No, just a minute, no, come in, just silence. You stand there for a few seconds, then a few more, and eventually you turn around quietly. Some people learn to stop knocking altogether. In childhood, we all knock, with our voice, with our excitement, with our drawings, with our small stories. Look what I made. Guess what happened today? I feel sad. These are all knocks, requests for connection, for acknowledgement, for proof that I'm here. When someone responds, with eye contact, with curiosity, with a warm, "Really?" a child's nervous system relaxes. It feels like the door opened, like the world said, "You're allowed in." But sometimes there's no answer. Not because parents are cruel. Sometimes they're tired, overwhelmed, emotionally unequipped themselves. But a child doesn't analyze context. A child registers patterns. If knocking is met with delay, distraction, or silence, the child adapts, speaks a little less, asks for a little less, needs a little less. This isn't weakness, it's intelligence. It's a nervous system learning how to survive connection without risking too much. Have you noticed how some children are described as so mature? They don't demand much. They handle things alone. They rarely cause trouble. People admire their independence. But sometimes that independence was learned early because knocking felt uncertain. And that pattern doesn't always disappear. As adults, it can look subtle. You type a message, then delete it. You want to ask for help, then say, "It's fine." You start to express how you feel, then soften it. Inside, there's an old calculation running. What if there's no answer? Better not to knock at all. Sometimes these adults look strong, highly capable, self-sufficient, reliable, the one everyone depends on. And yet, late at night, there's a quiet question. If I stopped trying so hard, would anyone notice? That question didn't appear randomly. It formed in small moments, moments too ordinary to call neglect, but consistent enough to shape wiring. Psychology explains that children build their sense of self through reflection. When someone notices your excitement, your fear, your curiosity, and responds to it, your brain encodes a message. My inner world matters. When that reflection is inconsistent, the wiring shifts. You become self-contained. You compress your needs. You soften your voice. Not because you are broken, but because you are adaptive. It was your system doing its job. Healing from this doesn't look dramatic. It looks small. It looks like pausing before saying "I'm fine" when you're not. It looks like tolerating the discomfort of being seen. It looks like asking for something small and staying present for the response. Slowly teaching your nervous system that not every door stays closed. Because maybe the goal isn't to knock louder. Maybe it's to remember that your knock was never the problem. Not every silence means rejection. Sometimes it's just silence. And maybe the deepest shift is this. You don't stop knocking, you just choose doors that open. If this reflection touched something quiet inside you, that doesn't mean you were invisible. It means you were protecting yourself. And maybe now you get to try again, gently. If you want to explore more of the hidden patterns we carry from childhood into adulthood, stay with me. There's more we can understand, slowly.